Hello, Bootsy Greenwood here yet again, and I am breaking down all the chapters in Transurfing. Boy, there's a lot, aren't there? Woof. It's getting weird, man. Like, let's get into the bananas stuff. Let's just go there, right? Like, it's just going to be basically mashed potatoes that we're playing in at this point. This chapter is called Forward to the Past. Could you get more paradoxical than that? But I'm going to try, okay? I'm going to try and break this down as I understand it. Okay. I think what forward to the past means is this. I think forward to the past means, hey, look, we got off course. We all have been off course. But we can not go back to where we should have been, but alter our course and go to a place that's sort of a happy medium, right? It might even be better. Who knows? I'm going to say it'll be even better. But like, if you think of creative people, sometimes they come from one side or the other of the spectrum, right? Well, I think a lot of times maybe in our earlier life, we pick up different skills or make a different choice. And sometimes those skills pay off later on. But it's like I felt like in my earlier part of my life, I might have missed something. I might not have followed my heart like I should have. But there's nothing to fret about because all can be resolved. It's never too late. And there's probably somewhere that we can go on this lifeline and then start to. So this is where it's going to get weird. We're going to be talking about these linkages and causal, like little lifelines, right? Like these are like linkages. So these are like different lifelines. Each one of these, imagine these are kind of going this way, right? And then, but we're going to transfer from here to maybe here, and then we're going to transfer to here, and then we're going to transfer to here, and then on down to here. Okay, so we're moving through reality. And not like we see it all the time. Like, so if you've ever been drunk or, if you've ever been stoned or any of that, then you'll notice that your perception changes, right? And what the author's saying is it's not really so much your perception that's changing. I mean, it is. Your perception's changing, but it's perceiving other things, right? There are these hues. There are these shades in the scenery that as we go from one reality to another, and we're barely shifting realities, right? But these lifelines that I drew up there are different realities. And so we're going from one to another, and on the way there, we have to go into different ones. So you'll notice like people's appearances change, different things seem different. If you've ever walked home drunk and thought, this was your house and it wasn't, well, your heart's in a script, your brain's gone, your heart's in a script where maybe that is your house, right? Like, so that's the idea. Remember, there is no spoon. That's not true. There are infinite spoons. Infinite spoons. So yeah, like I said, a big puddle of mashed potatoes. So at the beginning of this chapter, he's talking about transaction. Transaction is an exercise. So we're going to see again how horrible my drawing is. Now I'm on the spot, so I feel even more nervous and weird. Okay, so transaction, okay? Hey, that's actually not too bad. All right, there we go. Let's give him a comb over. Sure, I've always wanted one of those. All right, so turning the key. All right, transaction is kind of a way for us to catch this glimpse of shifting realities. It's a way for us to see, like, holy cow, we are actually shifting realities. It's not just my perception that's changing. There are other elements that are in flux. Let's say it that way, right? Like everything is just kind of, hey, it's mashed potatoes. So turning the key, back to the energy fountain exercise. This is kind of a shortened way to do this. So you have one arrow that's pointed out and one arrow that's pointed behind you, and then you turn the key and you pull this one up and you pull that one down. So one arrow like this, one arrow like this. This one goes here. This one goes here. Okay? So now we've got our energy shooting up and down through there. But we can do that. Then we picture our target slide. Okay? So we have that in our minds as we were slipping through between sort of worlds, between realities. And then we want to picture very clear that sight and absolutely live it. Feel it. Feel what's going on and notice what's going on around us and any of the differences. Go ahead and pick up on that. And this thing happens mostly when you don't try to do it. Like this thing is kind of a magic, kind of interesting, weird glimpse that just sort of happens. It's kind of like deja vu, right? Like, so think of deja vu, like all of a sudden, bam, you're having deja vu. And deja vu, great time to do a slide. Slip it in there because you are between some veil and some other like there's this weird thing that's going on. So, all right, so there we go. I actually jumped ahead. I thought, I might come to this whole there are infinite spoons thing and the whole, but yeah, I mean, thinking about it like, hey, here's a lifeline, right? There's another one right beside it. There's another one right beside that. That's very similar, but they're all slightly different, right? So obviously we can't navigate directly from this slide to this slide, or from this, slide, but from this reality to this reality. But if this is where our slide lives, then what we're going to do is we're going to start here and we're going to forward to the past, and we can get back to what we once had. Our hearts haven't changed, dude. Our hearts are the same. So whatever that thing was when you were a kid, that's why it's, the spiritual new age, your inner child. That's what that means. It means your inner child, like your heart, like where your heart is. It's the same, right? What we've done is we have decided that we're going to battle against the world in a big game of wits, and we're going to do this thing. We're going to show everybody that we can do this one thing that we're not supposed to be able to, or whatever, right? So freedom is yours, and this is the chapter when he reveals the riddle. But freedom is yours when you give up the battle and you choose whether or not you battle, right? We all do. Like, I don't mean you choose. We are all battling because we're bred to battle. Ben-Hur and Spartacus and every movie and every story of human beings, like in the Western world, is a battle and it's a fight. And we're just so ingrained in that. It's just constant. But when we give it up, we have freedom to choose at that point. When we finally say, okay, I'm not going to play your game. I see where this is going. You're just taking all my energy. I'm going to allow myself to be exactly as I am, and I'm going to allow everybody and the world itself to be exactly as it is. And I'm not going to resist it anymore because it's a waste of my time and energy. No, I'm not doing that. Okay? When you say no, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not going to battle. I'm not going to fight. And sometimes you'll get sucked back into battle and fight. That's part of the game. That's part of who we are. We're human. Like I said, this is, I've been doing this for 3, maybe and a half years, something like that. But I've been doing the other thing for 33. So, breaking habits and these things take time. So be patient with yourself, but try to notice like the variations. Like you can even look in pictures and stuff and you can see your aura and things change from photo to photo. Like you're on different lifelines and going back and forth all the time. We're shifting these weird lifelines. It's like a weird movie or something that we're kind of going off and back, and this, it's just crazy. So, just take note of that. I think that's really the whole point of this chapter, other than, we want to get back to sort of where we started from, but we can go there now. We don't have to fret and worry about spilled milk. We can just go forward, and we can still find that place where our heart belongs. It might not be exactly where we thought it was, but that's why we follow our door. Our door and then we are on our way to our goal. And that goal might be something when you attain it, if there is some end all, because there's no end. Don't ever expect anything to end. You'll attain a goal, and then there will probably be another one, and then there will be another one, and on and on and on anyway. But walking toward that thing, and that you're going toward where you need to go, it's a pretty fulfilling feeling. And it makes you want to work and participate and share and coordinate with others and do amazing things. And you hope that you get those opportunities. But forward to the past, allow yourself to be exactly who you are, allow the world to be as it is. You can't change it, you can be an example, you can talk to people, we can change it, but not in that traditional way of force and slapping our hands about the water. That's not the way to change it. So anyway, I won't ramble anymore. I hope you guys are enjoying my hat collection. I'm getting a little bored. I hadn't been doing much comedy lately, so I thought I would spice it up a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks again for watching the video. Gumroad.com/Bootsy Greenwood, Patreon.com/Bootsy Greenwood. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.